Born to immigrant parents from Jammu and Delhi in Baltimore, Maryland, Monica Dogra grew up listening to Hindi devotional music and singing in Western choirs. She performed at Carnegie Hall at the age of 16. In 2007, she formed an electro-rock band called Shire and Funk, headlining major music festivals around the world. She has hosted 4 seasons of The Deverists and worked on a Vice docuseries which was nominated for an Emmy. Currently, she is one of the judges on India's first English singing reality show, The Stage, where she enables and inspires budding artists to make their dreams come to life. And here she is with Dell Futurist to encourage young artists to chase their musical dreams.
What's up, guys? It's Monica Dogra.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, can you cue up the -1 track, please? Yeah, the BPM is 111. So I heard you guys have some questions for me?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Let's start from the beginning. How did your journey as a musician begin?
My journey as a musician began with games of Antakshari played between myself and my mamaji, and some of my family in Jammu. My mom's whole side of the family, they're all poets, musicians, and poets and musicians.
Amazing.
And spiritual people. So that explains me.
So, what was the first instrument you picked up?
The first musical instrument I picked up was when I was 6 years old. I played the piano, and I basically studied piano for 6 years.
Sweet.
But I was known to take all the sheet music that I was told to play and chuck it out and make up my own songs.
And were there any musical influences that you wished to be like when you were young?
Yeah, when I was little, I wanted to be a mix of Lata Mangeshkar and Alanis Morissette. Makes sense, right? No? Makes no sense. My mom loved Lata Mangeshkar. My dad was a huge fan of Jagjit Singh and Nusrat, and I was a big fan of Alanis Morissette and Fiona Apple, and basically women in music who were unafraid to speak their minds and truly be their authentic selves. So I could never separate myself from my Indian influences and my upbringing, but I was also very much steeped in Western musical culture and style.
Cool. Okay, Monica, tell us about a day in the life of a musician.
A day in the life of a musician is not routine at all unless you're in the midst of recording an album, or, I mean, especially for me because I do a lot of different things. Every day for me looks different, but every day includes, in one way, shape, or form, expressing myself creatively, from the way that I dress, to the poetry that I write, to the music that I record. And many of the projects, luckily, that come my way have to do with freedom of expression, and also where art meets activism. That's where my strength lies. I've never been an artist who specifically only does one thing.
Right. Okay, Monica Dogra in a sentence.
Monica Dogra is a relentless, loving art maker.
Okay, craziest incident you've had while performing on stage?
The craziest experience I've had on stage to date is, it was Women's Day. I was on the cover of Maxim. I get on stage with my band, dressed as a boy, and they get on stage all dressed as girls.
No.
And the crowd was packed, and I crowd surfed. I jumped into something about being dressed as a boy empowered me. And also, I think my fans in India are just some of the most beautiful people in India. And I felt safe to jump into the audience and have them hold me when, literally, I surfed in the arms of my fans. And it was
Super.
wild.
Wild indeed. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you guys.
Hey, Monica, a quick rapid fire?
Sure, shoot.
Is Monica Dogra a digital or an analog person?
Digital.
If you weren't an artist, which profession would you pick?
Dead.
Describe music in one word.
Life.
Wow. And what's the current jam on your playlist?
Current jam I'm listening to in my playlist is Bronco, everything.
Wow. What's your favorite genre of music?
Favorite genre of music is electronic dance music in general, but I also like folk.
And where would you truly enjoy music? On a stage or at a recording studio?
On stage, always. Here, come on.
And what's the best time to create music?
The best time to create music is when you feel ready and when your heart is open.
Wow. And making music out of a computer or musical instruments?
I think you need a healthy balance of both, to be honest.
Absolutely. And just two last questions. What would you tell your younger self if you could go back in time?
I would tell my younger self to be fearless, to understand that you are perfect just as you are, and bindas, just go for it.
Bindas, absolutely. What's the first track you would listen to begin your morning?
I actually listen to Vedic chanting of the Upanishads every morning, surprisingly. It's my favorite. But sometimes I think A Beautiful Day by U2 is an excellent beginning to a day. Are we done here?
Yes,
Can you just give me
absolutely.
a minute? I need to make music. Bye-bye.
Sure, bye.
Okay, can you give me the last 3 takes? Just stack them, clean them up, and play it back. All right, let's start.
Sure, thank you. What should one keep in mind before creating music?
I think that it's important to remember that every song is like a mini film. There's a reason why it's happening. There is an introduction, a climax, and then a conflict resolution. So it's important to keep that graph in your mind when you're composing a song.
And how should a budding musician go about chasing their dreams?
I would tell a budding musician to remember that persistence and perseverance win every single game. And I would also say become very good friends with the concept of DIY. Do it yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to give you a job or an opportunity or someone else to come and tell you that you're good enough or that you're successful. Do it yourself. That's important.
Well said.
Okay. All right. Yeah, can you just EQ the first track for me, please? Before we play back. Yeah, just roll off some of the low end and bump up the highs. All right, we can continue.
Okay. So what are the softwares you would recommend for budding musicians?
A software I personally like to use, it's quite user-friendly, is Ableton. But I think actually in general, technology and most softwares these days, they're easily downloadable off the internet, and they give you the capability of composing just on your laptop at home, wherever you are. It's pretty amazing.
Amazing indeed. What was it like to switch into digitally making music with the dawn of innovation?
I didn't really switch to digital music making. When I first started making music, it was digitally. I mean, I think the whole world has gone digital.
Right.
It's definitely one of those things where, you know, I'll hear an analog synth and I'll think that that analog synth sounds unlike anything you can get from a software. But at the same time, there's an ease to being digital. There's an autonomy. You don't need to have a lot of resources to buy these softwares and to sit in your house and make music. And, you know, I had a friend once say that you never ask a painter what kind of paints the painter uses. So as long as the painting's beautiful, you know, doesn't matter where the paints came from.
Philosophical. Has technology made a difference to the music you create?
I definitely think that technology has made a huge difference to me and the music that I create, because in the very beginning of my career, I just sat inside of one tiny house in Bandra and I wrote my first record. And I didn't need any money. I just needed time and dedication. And as time has gone on, I've been able to release my music without label backing if I want to. I can make my own visual representations. I can pitch myself as an artist and also imagine the way I want to look and sound on my own via social platforms and various softwares and filters. And I mean, you can just do whatever you want now digitally. It's one of the most expansive and sometimes overwhelming worlds. Technology now can basically do anything.
Wow. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
You ready to jam?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for me? Shoot.
Yes. Okay, so who's your inspiration when it comes to music?
My musical inspirations would be Bjork and Ani DeFranco, and also I love the romantic poets like Rumi, Hafiz, and Akka Mahadevi.
And how do you overcome a creative block?
I overcome creative blocks by traveling, reading a lot of books, and surprisingly, filmmaking, actually. Acting in film helps me overcome creative blocks because I get to step into a whole other character and live a whole life without being responsible for the life. What's up?
Interesting.
How you doing?
And what is your passion mantra?
My passion mantra would be patience and perseverance wins it all. I think I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, believe in yourself. Love yourself. It's the most radical thing you can do. Hi, darling. How you doing? Good.
3 tips and tricks you'd give to a budding musician to make it big in today's competitive world.
3 tips and tricks I would tell a budding musician is definitely get online, use your own technology, make your own music, do it yourself. Don't wait for somebody to help you.
Right.
Hi, what's up? Come on, you got more. I know you have more.
Yes.
Talk to
yes.
me.
Yes. Your thoughts on Dell Futurist?
My thoughts on Dell Futurist. It's such an amazing platform. How wonderful to bring artistic communities together and give young people the opportunity to get mentored and also have a platform for their own work to be discovered by other people who will then be inspired by them.
So, would a younger Monica Dogra participate in Dell Futurist?
A younger Monica Dogra would absolutely participate in Dell Futurist because I've always believed in taking every possible opportunity. You never know where things are going to lead.
Correct.
And I also believe in the power of community. It's one of the most incredible assets to connect with like-minded people and work with them to lift off your own creative vision.
Well said. Thank you, Monica.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Let's do
See
this.
you.
Audio Jungle.
So if your heart is set on making some amazing music that gets the whole world grooving, then I highly suggest you head over to dellfuturist.com and submit your entries there. Remember, one winner gets a one-on-one mentoring session with me, and I am so excited to meet you guys. So what are you waiting for? Go, now. Bye.
Dell PCs, powered by 8th Gen Intel Core processors.